Hello everyone, welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic, game number 1. Last time we had to talk to that dude over there and tell him the Jedi code, and for some reason I forgot to scroll down. Today we're going to go get our lightsaber and become an actual Jedi. That's right, we are going to level up all of our levels and be a Jedi. Here we go.
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order.
What colors are there?
Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus more on combat training and use of the lightsaber. Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace.
Alright, so let me talk a little bit more about this than he talks about. The Jedi Guardian is the one that we're going to do, which continues us down the path of the melee super tank fighter type of dude. The benefit of this is that you get the most health and the most wow, why can't I? Feats. You get the most feats going down Jedi Guardian, just like going down a soldier's path gives you more feats and more health than going down a scoundrel. The Sentinel, or let me talk about the Consular next. The Consular follows the mostly like a caster, a spellcaster, a mage if you would prefer, where you're going to be throwing out your abilities more so than using your lightsaber. This one is more difficult because, of course, you have to do more awesome spellcasting. Can be rewarding, not really worth it. But again, unlike the Guardian, this receives the least amount of health points, and it does receive more tech points, skill points than you would get with a Guardian, but not by a whole lot. And of course, the skills you could take a cross class type of thing. I'll explain that in a bit. The Sentinel is kind of like a halfway between the Guardian and the Consular. You get about half as many hit points. You get about half as many skill point. No, you get the most skill points of any of the three classes, but you get about half as many feats as a Guardian and about twice as many as a Consular. So the big benefit to being a Sentinel is that you are immune as a Sentinel to mind control effects. So if someone tried to fear you or plague you, or I forget which ones it is, then the Sentinel would completely resist those. However, there are some downsides to being the Sentinel, is that it's not as awesome as a Guardian with melee, it's not as awesome as a Consular with casting. So we are going to go with a Guardian.
Indeed, we shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do?
And then with these questions, they will give you kind of a recommended which way you should go. For instance, if I was to attack the thugs, that would guide me towards the Jedi Guardian. Help them flee would be more of a Sentinels type response, and stop the thugs and find out why they're attacking her would be that of the Consular.
Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do?
Same kind of thing here. Guardian. This would be more of a Sentinel, and this would be more of a Consular answer.
Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do?
You might also notice that the responses that he's giving are very, very generic. So until we've gone through all of these,
I am beginning to see
yeah.
a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do?
So yeah, the answers are very generic until he tells you you should be this. Now, which do you actually want to be? Which we're about to do.
Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi Guardian. Which color and path do you believe yourself most suited to, apprentice?
Well, and this is where you make the final decision. You can go with whichever one you want, regardless of what he said. But we want to go with the Guardian.
Here is a blue crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you in how to construct it.
Alright. And you can see it instantly levels us up. Now we are leveling up as a Jedi Guardian, which means we get Force powers. Yeah. And you can see I only got one skill point again. That's pretty obvious. They give you a number of feats automatically, like proficiency with a lightsaber, Jedi defense, force jump, which is amazing, Jedi sense, and force sensitivity. I believe if we go down here, we can see what some of those do. Jedi defense, this feat allows a character with an equipped lightsaber to deflect blaster bolts at any time. When a character is fired upon, an opposing roll or an opposed roll is made against the attack. If the result is greater than the attack roll, the blaster bolt is deflected. If the attacker is beaten by 10 or more, the bolt is deflected back at the enemy. And you automatically get this at first level. You can upgrade that even farther to give you a +3 bonus to all blaster bolt deflections, and then up to a +6. What else did we get? We got Force Jump, probably one of my favorite abilities as a Guardian. The Jedi knows that if diplomacy fails, combat must be swift and decisive. When an opponent at range is targeted with a standard lightsaber melee attack, this feat allows the Guardian to make a quick series of jumps and rolls, although it's actually just a jump, to close the distance almost instantly. This feat is automatic when targeting opponents with a standard melee attack from more than 10 meters away, so you cannot be within 10 meters. Jedi must have a clear line of sight to the opponent. Using a feat or special ability negates this. So if I were to use something like a power attack, it would not force jump to them. Now then you can upgrade it to +2 to hit and damage on the first strike, and then up to +4 to hit and damage. So basically that first hit would hit really hard and be really painful. We also got Jedi Sense. This feat grants +2 to defense and is always active. Looks like we can upgrade that up to +6, which will be pretty cool. Force sensitive, you can read that if you want. 40 additional force points to the character's base total. Not that that's that useful. And then I think they also gave us, we already read that, weapon proficiency lightsaber. This feat gives the character basic training in the use of lightsabers. We can upgrade that to get a +2 bonus to lightsabers if we so choose. I believe that's all that was there. Now we're not going dual wielding, we're going, and you remember, I did not get this because we're not going to be using melee weapons anymore, we're going to be using lightsabers. So there was maybe a reason to get a +1 bonus to melee weapons earlier in the game, but now that we're going to be using lightsabers exclusively, we no longer have that need. So I am going to go with, I think, and we'll probably get a few feats in a row here because we've been saving level ups. I'm going to go with this, the +3 to blaster bolt deflections, because, like I said, we're kind of building a battle tank, and I'd like it to be something where it's something that helps us out defensively, helps us to mitigate or avoid damage. They're giving us 2 abilities to start off with. The first and most important, Burst of Speed. As we level this one up, we're going to be getting more defense and more attacks. So instead of, does this give me defense? No, this gives me 2 defense. Whereas the first upgrade makes it 4, the second upgrade stays at 4, but I then get the second attack. That's going to be real handy as we level up, but we're not there yet. I would also like to get... Oh, also one thing to notice about powers is that some powers are restricted by armor, so we're not going to be using armor going forward until we find an armor that will allow us to use the force powers, and it will say on the armor that does not restrict force powers or something like that. You can see like heal is not restricted, so that would be a pretty handy one. But for now, do I want heal? I'm just trying to think like what I would want to get. I don't have the greatest of wisdom or charisma, so offensive ones are not going to be very good. This one is usually pretty good, but I think for now I'm gonna go with, what do I want to go with? Sonic, fire, and cold. No, we want electric. We want energy resist, which is I think this one. There's one feat here. This one is always good. There is a feat somewhere that gives you energy resist. But for now, we're going to go with this. Defense and saving throws for 20 seconds. Am I going to? Yeah. And you can see, like, if we were to use both of these, it stacks the defense on top of itself. You know, no, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with, just for now, heal, just so that I have it. So now I am a Jedi. But I've got more level ups to do, so we're going to keep leveling up. Let's see, where are my attributes? 14, 10, 17. Let's go with Constitution. Remember, it's every even numbered that gives you bonus points from that. Again, we're leveling awareness because we have nothing better to level. After that first level up, we are only going to get 1 force power per turn. So I'm going to take... I'm actually going to take Stun Droid, because that's going to be important at the end of the game. Another level up. More awareness. Another feat. Feats you get every other level as a Jedi Guardian. This would be the +6 deflection. That one would give me an extra +1 to my vitality. For now, I'm going to go with Master Dueling, because this is going to upgrade it from +2 attack, +2 defense to +3 attack, +3 defense. Which, as you know, defense is where it's at. Powers. Let's go ahead and get this +4 defense instead of +2, and get that extra attack per round. That's going to be super, super handy for us. And while I'm here, you need more dex. You need more of all of the things. What am I? Sure, have some treat injury. Feats. 2-weapon fighting because you are dual wielding blasters. Excellent. What about T3? Where are you at? And remember, T3 was basically here for the repair and the computer use. Demolitions. Why not? He gets certain feats automatically. We do not need to level up intelligence. We're going with more dex. Help him shoot people better. Yes, I know. Accept. And he only has, I believe, the 1 weapon on. If we look at feats, we do not have 2-weapon fighting for him at this time. But again, as I've mentioned in a previous episode, he is focusing far more on being our tech droid as opposed to being a combat droid. So now you can see I have... ooh, shoot, I need to take off this armor. I have to get rid of the armor. I should get some Jedi robes at some point soon, but I cannot use this ability here, Night Speed, with armor on. So, and that is the ability that is the most important in this game, moving fast.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
Excellent. Okay, just stand there at the table for a while. Alright, so here's how you assemble a lightsaber. It's a lot like assembling other melee weapons, but you have your crystal. You can choose the crystal color. It has to have a crystal. And then you can add power crystals, up to 2 power crystals for each one. However, we don't really have a power crystal at this time. We will be looking for those shortly, or soonish. I believe there's some side questing we're going to have to do to go get those. And now I have a lightsaber. Boo-yaka. Right here, my lightsaber is equipped. And I am rolling. Now I just need better robes.
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strung in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
Well, should I know anything else about lightsabers?
Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
I am ready to face the third trial.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
Oh, what would you have me do, Master Jar?
The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
You know more than you're telling me.
I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
Alright, so we have to go face a great task. Let's see if they have anything to say over here at this point. Hello!
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come?
Oh, he's, yeah, no. Bye! Not interested in what you have to say. But yeah, at this point, we have all of the side quests ever that we could start working on, but we're not going to do that right now. By the way, you can see that I'm running quickly. That is the most important thing in the game.
You may come and go as you please.
Most important thing in the game is to be able to run fast because it is a long game, and there's a lot to do, and getting worn down with running is not optimal. Now, as we're on our way, there are people that will want to talk to us. First of all, it will be Mission, so let's find out what she wants to talk about.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk about your brother.
I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up.
Why do you hate her so much?
My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked.
You mean no matter how much he stole?
I'm not gonna pretend Griff wasn't a hustler and a con artist, but that doesn't mean you can just insult him. He did what he did to look out for me. I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road.
Maybe she actually liked Griff.
I saw Lena for what she really was, a busty, credit-grubbing cantina rat. She used Griff and took away the only family I had. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were gonna try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went.
And, how is this Lena's fault?
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Paris, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was to hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope, that's about it.
Okay, have it your way.
Alright, I will. Nemo should actually, let's see here.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I found Nemo. I don't have to watch that movie anymore. Yeah, been given a task by the council.
Indeed. What is it you would like from me?
Give me all of your money. Oh, never mind.
Very well. Is there something else
Nope.
I hope your time is well spent here on Dantooine.
Me too. Somewhere over here. What do you have to say?
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance?
Who are you?
My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here,
A pleasure.
live on one of the northern farms. But the cat hounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help.
Oh, are there many farms here on Dantooine? And there's a weird, creepy guy walking behind me.
Well, as you can see, Dantooine is mostly plains and grassland, but it has a nice, hearty soil. A lot of new people have come in the last generation or so. Well, the ones you'll most likely hear about are the Sandals and the Matalis. Big, wealthy landowners, both of them. But Alan Matali and Nurik Sandral just can't seem to get along. And now Alan wants to get the council to do something.
Does do something? Has something happened?
Well, from what I hear, it started about a week ago. See, Nurik's son, Cassis, is an archaeologist. Bright lad, too, but he disappeared. Nurik, of course, blamed Alan, but even he didn't take it before the council. But now, Alan's son, Shen, has disappeared as well. And no one knows where he's gone. Alan blames Nurik. He thinks he's kidnapped his son. I don't know exactly what he wants to ask the council, but from what I know of Alan, he's probably going to be after blood. Is there anything else you require?
Alright, so that gives us a little insight
Farewell,
into...
then. May the Force be with you. Is that how it goes? Yes. May the Force be with you.
Little insight into one of the major conflicts that's going to be happening on this planet. A little bit of a two feuding families type of story. We'll have to see where that goes. Real quick, I want to talk to Roka and see if she has anything to say.
Hello. I'm afraid I'm not very good at explaining things. If you have any questions, please ask my husband.
Excellent. I will not be talking to you. Yeah, so good place to stop. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. That will allow you to see when I put out more videos. For those of you that are subscribed, I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.